The ultimate storytelling guide, the key to successful screenwriting, from the book Save the Cat. First thing that you need to know about Save the Cat is that it's not just another boring writing manual. It's written in a fun and engaging way which makes it easy to read and understand. The author Blake Snyder uses a lot of examples and anecdotes to explain his points, which makes the book very relatable and interesting. Now let me explain to you what the book is all about. Here are 10 of the most interesting takeaways from the book Save the Cat, which I would later explain further. Save the Cat is a popular screenwriting book that has been used by professional writers and filmmakers for over a decade. The book gets its name from the idea that a hero should perform a small act of kindness early on in the story to make them likable to the audience. The book outlines a 15-beat story structure that can be used to create a compelling and well-paced story. The author, Blake Snyder, emphasizes the importance of creating a clear and specific goal for your hero, which is what drives the story forward. Snyder also talks about the importance of creating a character arc for your hero, which is the journey they go over the course of the story. The book includes a section on genre and how different genres have their own specific story conventions and expectations. Snyder encourages writers to focus on creating a logline, which is a one-sentence summary of the story that can sell the script to producers and agents. This book includes a section on rewriting and how to identify and fix problems in your script. Snyder also talks about the importance of creating compelling and unique villains, which can often be just as important to the story as heroes. Finally, the book includes a section on marketing and how to pitch your script, which can be invaluable for writers trying to break into the industry. You can visit the link in the description later to buy the copy of this book. Save the Cat is a guide to screenwriting, which means that it teaches you how to write a movie script. But don't worry, even if you're not interested in writing a movie, you can still learn a lot from this book. That's because the principles of screenwriting can be applied to any kind of writing, from a novel to a short story. The title Save the Cat comes from an idea that Snyder had about how to create likable characters. He noticed that in a lot of movies, the hero would do something early in the story that would make the audience like them. For example, they might save a cat from a tree or help an old lady cross the street. Snyder called this the Save the Cat moment, and he believed that it was essential for creating a connection between the audience and the hero. In this book, Snyder goes through a lot of different concepts and techniques that are essential for writing a great screenplay. He talks about things like structure, genre, character arcs, dialogue, and much more. But what I love about the book is that he breaks everything down into simple and easy to understand terms. Let me give you an example. Snyder talks a lot about the importance of structure in a screenplay. Structure refers to the way that the story is organized and presented to the audience. Snyder believes that there are certain beats that every story should hit in order to be successful. He calls the beat sheet, and it's a tool that he uses to outline his own scripts. Now, you might be wondering what a beat sheet is. Well, think of it as a kind of a map for your story. It helps you plan out the key moments and plot points that need to happen in order for the story to work. Snyder breaks down the beat sheet into 15 different beats, each of which corresponds to a specific moment in the story. For example, the first beat is called the opening image. This is the very first thing that the audience sees when they start watching the movie. It's the moment that sets the tone and establishes the world of the story. Snyder believes that the opening image should be memorable and attention-grabbing so that the audience is immediately drawn into the story. Another beat that Snyder talks about is the midpoint. This is the moment in which the story where everything changes. Up until this point, the hero has been reacting to the events of the story, but now they take charge and start to actively pursue their goal. Snyder believes that the midpoint is a crucial moment in the story because it's what keeps the audience engaged and interested. Now, I know that all of this might sound a bit complicated, but trust me, it's not. Snyder explains everything in a way that's easy to understand, and he uses a lot of examples from popular movies to illustrate his points. For example, he talks a lot about the movie Die Hard and how it uses the principles that he's discussing. He breaks down the beats of Die Hard and shows how they work together to create a compelling and exciting story. But Save the Cat isn't just about structure and beats. Snyder also talks a lot about character development and how to create characters that the audience will care about. He believes that characters are the heart of any story and that they are what keeps the audience interested in the plot. One of the things that Snyder emphasizes is the importance of creating a clear and identifiable goal for your hero. The hero's goal is what drives the story forward, and it's what gives the audience a reason to root for them. Snyder believes that the hero's goal should be specific and tangible so that the audience can easily understand what they are trying to achieve. For example, in the movie Jurassic Park, the hero's goal is to escape from the island alive. This is a clear and identifiable goal, and it's what keeps the audience engaged in the story. We want to see the hero succeed because we care about their survival. Snyder also talks about the importance of creating a character arc for your hero. A character arc is the journey that the hero goes on over the course of the story. It's how they change and grow as a person. Snyder believes that a strong character arc is essential for creating a story. For example, in the movie The Lion King, Simba starts out as a carefree and irresponsible young lion. But over the course of the story, he learns to accept his responsibilities and becomes a wise and compassionate king. This character arc is what makes the story so powerful and memorable. Overall, Save the Cat is an excellent book that is highly recommended to anyone who wants to improve their writing skills. Whether you're interested in screenwriting or just storytelling in general, you'll find a wealth of useful information and insights in this book. Snyder's writing style is engaging and entertaining, and he has a real talent for explaining complex ideas in a way that's easy to understand. So whether you're a seasoned writer or just starting out, I encourage you to pick up a copy of Save the Cat and give it a read. I promise you won't be disappointed. There's a link in the description below which you can use to buy this book, which will help us create content like this for free. Thanks for watching.